What's up, everybody? Welcome to PulleyFP, the channel where we help you find leverage in your business so you can free up time and free up resources. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can automate your LinkedIn lead generation strategy. So LinkedIn is a great tool for generating leads, especially from business to business, because it's really easy to search and find people that are within your exact niche and find decision makers, so that way you can grow your business. However, connecting with people on LinkedIn can be very time consuming just because you have to go through that list, make connections, send a personal invitation, write some messaging, and somehow make it personal to make them actually want to connect with you. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automate that, free up time, but also keep the connection personal. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment with any questions or thoughts or suggestions on other comments. We'd love to hear from you. And also subscribe to the video for more tips on how you can create leverage within your business. All right, let's take a look. We're going to reach more qualified prospects on LinkedIn in less time by leveraging an automation software called Octopus CRM. So you can get Octopus CRM from OctopusCRM.io. So Octopus CRM is a great tool that allows you to personalize and leverage automation in order to get more leads through LinkedIn. And it comes at a really reasonable price. So the pricing on Octopus CRM is actually pretty low. So they offer 3 different plans that you can get either annually or monthly: the starter plan, pro plan, and advanced. I personally recommend advanced just because the level of funnels that you can build for the price is pretty incredible. So, but that being said, you can use any of these 3 packages. Just pick one that makes sense for you and what you're trying to accomplish. Monthly costs are going to be a little bit higher, but you can buy annually as well. The other tool that you'll need is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So if you don't have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, one, it's a great tool for prospecting, but also it can be directly linked with Octopus CRM to pull lists of clients that you or prospects that you want to try and connect with and build those relationships with. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but it is a very great tool, especially when combined with Octopus CRM. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator allows you to search for different people within your niche and really fine-tune a list of potential clients within LinkedIn or potential prospects within LinkedIn. So for example, say you're doing a business-to-business search of, I want to find CPAs in the United States. So I work in the wealth management industry and I partner with a lot of CPAs, and say I'm trying to expand my CPA network so that I have more CPAs to work with for my clients. So I could use the keyword CPA. I can change by geography. I can add in, say, like, I can just limit it to the area I live in, like San Francisco. I can change the relationship. So you have first degree connections, third degree connections, and second degree connections. Second degree connections are people that you are not already connected with, but know somebody that you know in your network. So I highly recommend just using second degree connections because these are the people that are more likely to accept your invitation to connect. Third degree means you have no connections either through a friend or somebody in your network. So these people are less likely to connect with you. So I recommend using second degree connections. First degree are the people you're already connected with. So you can use that if you're trying to send messages or filter based on your current connections. But for expanding your network, not very helpful. But you can filter on so many different things, whether it's specific company, specific industry. So say I wanted to go in real estate or accounting, financial services, whatever the case may be. You can filter by different industries, seniority levels, function, how long they've been with the company headcount itself, you name it. So it's a very versatile tool that allows you to really fine-tune your niche and only find prospects that meet this specific type of client that you want to connect with. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a great tool for building your list. So how do you combine it with Octopus CRM? So at this point, let's say that. So how do you combine it with Octopus CRM? So at this point, let's say that you've already purchased Octopus CRM, you've installed it, and now you have a little widget up at the top right here that allows you to access it. So say you filtered your list in in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, now what you can do is you can click the little Octopus CRM icon, and for your first time, this won't necessarily show up because you won't have any campaigns, but what you can do is you can create a campaign. So this is kind of the same thing as saying create a list, if you're familiar with creating lists for marketing purposes. So create a campaign of the niche that you want to send these messages to. So just type in the name, etc. And then what it does is it automatically is going to highlight the URL for the list that you've searched, and then type in how many profiles you want to add to that list. It caps you at 1,000, so I just recommend using 1,000. Once you click Send to CRM, you can click the CRM and it'll actually take you to Octopus and show you that list within Octopus. Once in Octopus CRM, they will all import directly into this Connect tab. So this Connect tab is the campaigns. So within here, you can actually send and set up your connection request message. So for example, you can even personalize it by using these personalization tools up here. So like for example, by having this %sign first name, what that's going to do is it's going to pull in the first name of the people from your list, and then craft your messaging however you would like, just to make sure. And I would recommend leaving it something open-ended, but I came across your profile today, would love to connect. Notice we had a few mutual connections, and it'd be great to add you to my network. I don't think it needs to be anything more complex or direct than that. This has worked well for me, so something I recommend using for yourself. Over on the right side, you'll have the list of users that you imported that you're wanting to connect with. So filter through here and make sure the names are legit. So occasionally on LinkedIn, people will use like emojis as their name, things like that. And if you're sending an emoji through the messaging, it just automatically makes it look like an automation. So we want this to be personalized still, but gaining the personalization through automation. So then once you have your messaging set up, you have your list, up here you can click how many users to connect. So you can do up to 100 a day, but I recommend doing about 50 a day. So once you do 50, I also would recommend splitting that up. So doing 25, say in the morning, 25 in the afternoon. What this does is it just avoids LinkedIn locking you up for sending too many messages or things like that. So I recommend, again, no more than 50 a day, but send 25, say in the morning, 25, say in the afternoon. And once you hit that, you hit launch, and it will automatically start sending those connection requests. What you can also do is you can assign this list of where they go after. So this is where you can start building that funnel. So if you click assign, you can choose whether they go to a message, for example. So say you have a follow-up message after people connect with you. Like it can be a greeting, it can be a thank you for connecting, it can be whatever you want. But you can actually set up the messaging, which I'll show you here in a second, but you can connect the messaging and then automatically send people that connect to that messaging. So again, you do that through this assign button here. And to send a message, you would just set that up under messaging. So for example, under this campaign, and you have multiple campaigns in here as well, for people that I connect with, I send a video using useloom.com. So Loom is it's a really cool video sharing software. So you can actually record a video of yourself or your screen or both. And what I use it for is kind of a personalized introduction that isn't entirely personalized, but it's still a good way for them to your potential prospect or your new connection to see what your personality is like. So for example, I just recorded a quick message just saying, here's who I am, here's how I help people, that sort of thing. And so when this message goes out, again, it's personalized, and they also get this video that they can click on to learn a little bit more about me. And so the same process here applies, where you just type in the number of people and you click launch, and that's going to send that follow-up message to those people. You can also use messages just to send messages directly. It doesn't have to be as a follow-up. It can just be, an at will, like, hey, I have a new product or something I'm launching and I just want to send a message out. You can also do that through here. Another cool feature is once you send this message, you can export these connections to a CSV. So what that allows you to do is actually extract their email address and send a cold email introduction. That being said, this is something you definitely don't want to abuse. You don't want to be spamming people or anything like that, but it can't hurt to send just a follow-up email saying like, hey, love to, thanks for connecting on LinkedIn, love to meet for coffee. When would you be available? Something simple like that. And that's really all there is to automating this LinkedIn. So there's a lot of other cool tricks that you can do to really personalize LinkedIn. But just in terms of getting mass numbers of people that you're connecting with and getting your message in front of the most people possible, Octopus CRM is a great tool for doing that.